the sanitary design has to start with design. And so from the very beginning of the project, you have to have sanitary design in mind right from the first conversation of what they need. And then you design it in a way that it can be built so it's clean. It has to be to where no bacteria can grow. And so one of the things that we found was that you can't take something that wasn't built that way and turn it into food processing sanitary design cleanable, because sometimes what happens is companies are required to test their equipment, swab it for bacteria, and what happens is it'll fail. So they call us. Sometimes we can go in and change a few things, suggest a few things to make it to where there's no bacteria harborage points. But sometimes we have to start over and build them something that's going to last a long time, that's washable, cleanable, and usually that's site visit. You know, we go and look at it and come up with a plan to make it so they can clean it. And that's the biggest problem, is being able to clean the equipment. We've learned what works and what doesn't work. The sanitary design starts with the design. And that's, I guess, why they call it sanitary design. But it has to be designed that way first. You can't build it and then go, oh, we got to make this sanitary, because that doesn't work. It's a total different process of fabrication. And what we do is we try to build it to where we water jet cut it and bend it. Water jet cut and bend it, which minimizes joints and connection points that harbor bacteria. And then we seal weld everything, but we also reduce the amount of area that needs seal welded, because you can't just weld the whole thing up. So we'll make tabs and kind of shorten those areas, bend it, make it so it connects together like a puzzle, and then there's just a few spots that get welded. In a nutshell, the idea, and you can design decks, conveyors, carts, you know, roll around carts. Any number of those things can be designed that way and fabricated that way. And sometimes it's much cheaper than doing it the old way, because of the time savings in the welding, and the forming just takes a lot of time out of it. Another thing that's helped us in that area is being able to draw the parts up in 3D. So we can draw them up in 3D, we send them to you, you can spin them around, look at them before anything's even fabricated. And, oh well, you know, you can change this, change that. We can change it in a virtual world first before we even cut any metal. And then you know what you're getting when we send the final product to you. That's been a huge improvement over the last 10 years of our company, being able to take those drawings, send them to you, you can see what we're doing. We all know what it's like to try to understand a drawing on a napkin. It just doesn't work. And we all see things differently. But when you see it in 3D on a screen and you can turn it around, look underneath it, look over it, everyone's on the same page.